Hello, Christ the Servant community. This is Pastor Chris Stuping bringing a message to you. I want to introduce you to the COVID response team, which is a group of leaders who have committed to helping us as a church safely reopen our facilities and begin finding ways to, for the sake of the well-being of our church community and our surrounding community, to continue in ministry in a way that seeks the well-being of all and the safety of all during this time of a pandemic and a health crisis. The COVID response team, I'll introduce you to via video here in a moment, is meeting weekly to evaluate the situation, consider potential ways we could expand the use of our facility, and even gather in person safely. At the present time, the inside of the church building remains closed except for staff and worship recording, community assistance, and cleaning. The code to the front door has been changed so that we may better monitor and track access to the building. If you have an essential need for the use of the inside of the building, you can contact Sandy Hammerland in the church office at office@cslcvh.org via email is the best way, or calling the church office and leaving a message. Congregational and community groups are now able to use the outdoor spaces on our church property by completing a request form, which is also available from our church office through Sandy via email, and also by agreeing to the following requirements. We have certain requirements for safely reopening during this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. So I'll go through these lists, and hopefully you can kind of take note of that. And always, if you have questions, we're going to route you to have follow up with Sandy Hammerland, or also our council president, Rick Gittins, who is a part of the COVID response team. The first requirement is enhanced cleaning procedures of the facility, premises, and equipment. And along with that, it's that a designated responsible person with your group will need to be accountable to ensuring the facilities, premises, and our equipment are cleaned prior to and after use with approved disinfectant, which will be made available. The responsible person will also need to keep a list of attendees and their phone numbers to assist in contact tracing in the event of a positive COVID case. Neither the bathroom facilities nor the kitchen inside the building are available for use at this present time. And so you'll need to keep that in mind when you plan your event to use the outdoor spaces. For the limited use indoors, anyone were to come inside, there is a requirement to wear face masks at all times inside the building, and they're strongly recommended outdoors as well. Social distancing of 6 feet from one another is required in the facility, on the patio, in the parking lot, and anywhere on the grounds, so we'll keep that in mind. Seating that is set up has been set up in different places on the patio and also in the interior spaces, sanctuary meeting rooms, etc. It's not to be changed at this time because it's been set up for the purpose of social distancing requirements. And if you were to need to come into the building, there are directional signs that have been put up. You can keep this in mind for any time later down the road were we to be able to open the inside of the building further. There is a directional signage that's been set up to hopefully limit the use of spaces, and so we'll ask you to pay attention to those. And by working together on all of these guidelines, following them together, keeping them in mind for one another and the well-being of all who may use our facilities, then we will be able to begin allowing groups to use the outdoor spaces on our property, offer some supplemental outdoor worship gatherings, which I'll tell you about in a moment we were going to do in July, and work towards the eventual opening of our indoor spaces as well for limited use. Now, in the month of July, we've scheduled our first outdoor physical distanced worship gathering. It's a supplemental gathering on a Wednesday evening, July 15th at 6:30 p.m. We're listening to what a number of other congregations have done, how we're offering an abbreviated time, knowing that we cannot open our bathrooms at this time, so it'll be shorter so that you can come and could be outdoors and be less than 30 minutes and have a worship service physically distanced outdoors on Wednesday, July 15th at 6:30 p.m. And then we're going to try having a in-person communion distribution via drive-through on Sunday, July 19th. So there will be an abbreviated worship online from 9 to 9:30. And then between 9:30 and 10:30 on that Sunday, July 19th, we want to invite you to come through the parking lot and receive communion. We have prepackaged communion packages, and we also have separately, individually wrapped gluten-free if they're needed to be available, which we are going to do on Sunday, July 19th. So we're going to be getting ready for that and thinking about that. If you have questions, please let us know, but that's coming up in the month of July. And after these two events, the COVID response team will reconvene, consider possible future similar opportunities. And while we're doing all of this, working on this, I just want to ask for your love and patience and your prayers. And I thank you for that in advance, and know that all of the work that's being done is done in love and seeking the well-being of all. And we pray and work all of this together so that we can indeed safely reopen and continue our mission and ministry in ways that is going to be a new normal for this pandemic time. So God bless you. Thank you. And here now is an introduction to our COVID response team.
My name is Ernesto VUONG. I work at CPP. I dedicate my time there to first response and safety committee. So I came here to help CSLS incorporate all this together so we can worship together once again.
Hi, I'm Pam RADZIZZEWSKI, and I'm a safety engineer at 3M. I've been a part of this whole COVID pandemic ever since 3M decided to kind of skim down their operations, in which I support over 200 people in the divisions that I support and over about 149 labs. So some of the things that we've learned, or I've learned from 3M, we're trying to implement here at the church so that we provide a safe and healthy environment for everybody to come back and be able to worship together in a safe environment.
Hi, I'm Susan RENSTED, and I am the Vice President of the Council, and I am on our COVID team, and we are really working on loving one another by trying to keep us safe, so when we do get together again, we are making wise, healthy choices. We love you, and we can't wait to really be together again.
Hi, I'm Sandy Hammerlin, your ministry coordinator. And I am also a part of this COVID response team, and it's been great working with them to hear their great expertise that they're sharing with you as a congregation, and then directing me to help communicate their responses. And so we welcome to hear from you, but we also will be in touch more with information that we would love to share, and that we all become a safer community.
Hi, I'm Rick Gittins. I'm the council president. I'm part of the COVID response team. We're trying to figure out how we can safely take and reopen the church building so that we all can come together and worship as a family again.
Hi, I'm Penny Owen, and I'm part of the CRT team to help bring us back together in a safe and healthy environment, and hopefully we'll be able to worship together soon and enjoy singing together someday. Rick and I have been working together on this team so we can bring ideas from both our work experience and our personal experience to bring back each other safely, to implement some new practices that will be our new normal around here. And as you can see, we've been spaced individually and some of us together if we're in the same household. So keeping in mind those practices as we come together as one in the future. Hi, from the COVID response team, we have 4 practices we'd like you to think about as you're going out and about and coming here to worship in the future. Those 4 practices are social distancing, keeping 6 feet between you and any other person that you're communicating with, which means an arm's length for each of you if you're not sure how far 6 feet is. Number 2, personal hygiene. It's important that you're taking care of your own personal hygiene so you're not contaminating when you go out and about and from your home to other places. The third thing is cleaning procedures. The COVID response team is putting together cleaning procedures throughout the building, and it's important that we each follow them both coming into the space and leaving the space so that we are cleaning all germs and killing all germs as we move about. And the last thing is self-monitoring. If you're not feeling well or have any symptoms, stay home. Self-monitoring is the #1 thing that can help minimize the COVID virus from spreading. Thank you.